Hello, I'm Alan Dowsett, also known as Helmet Head. Now, INNOVV have just released their N3 smart screen, a smart screen that you can actually detach and take away with you, so you never have to worry about security again. How cool is that? But it's here for an unboxing, an installation on a INNOVV 800 Rally, and of course, the real well test. So let's jump into it. Well, let's start with the great unboxing. The packaging feels extremely premium quality. On opening up the box, you will see your N3 screen. This is compatible with a lot of BMW's plug and play, but this is also a universal device. It's waterproof with an IP rating of 67, meaning it will weather any storm. Underneath the flap is where you can insert your SD card, where all of your dash cam footage will be stored. It has a screen brightness of 1200 nits, and the screen size is just shy of 6mm. It comes with a 2K front and rear dash cam, a GPS receiver to give you that accurate information when you're out on the road. There is so many ways you can fit your N3 screen and your dash cams to your bike. It comes with a complete selection from round mount style to sticky mount. There is so many ways, so you're not going to struggle to get it installed. It also comes with a front and rear tyre pressure monitor system. These go on to your dust caps and they will give you your tyre pressure directly on the screen. The user manual is easy to read with step-by-step instructions for installation. And let's not forget the one-click, easy release universal mount and a sun visor as well. And that's everything you'll find in the box, and now it's time to move on to installation. First thing you need to do is locate your battery, remove any plastics on the side of the bike for easy fitting, and also the windshield if you want to mount it above your TFT screen. On the INNOVV 800, the first thing I did after removing the screen was put on the rubber pads to stop any kind of marks when I put on the universal mount. That could not be easier. You literally take the clamp, push them together, slot the bolt through and tighten up the 4 bolts. All the tools that you need are provided inside the box. There's no need to go out and buy any special tools to be able to fit your system. Once you've fitted your universal mount, take your N3 screen and your sun visor and just place it and click it into place. Now here's the cool bit. To install your N3 screen, you just walk over to your universal mount, click it into place, and that's it, nice and secure. But now it's time to do the wiring. First thing you need to do is feed the wire the length of your bike to your battery. The red cable is to go on the plus on the battery, the black cable is to go on the negative, and the yellow cable, that's to go to an ignition feed. For me, I use a system called a Thunderbox, what means I can put my ignition feed and plus feed into the same connector, because the Thunderbox only powers up when the engine is running. Once that's done, just connect your screw connector at the top. The feeds are all clearly labelled so you can't go wrong. Now it's time to install the GPS receiver. Similar thing again, just run the cable's length of the bike, find the connector and then just connect it. The GPS receiver has a sticky pad on the back, so make sure you clean the area where you want that to be and place that in the ideal location, normally the back seat on one of the plastic panels, to get the best reception. It's time to consider where you want to locate your dash cams. Now there is multiple ways you can install these, including sticky pads for easy installation. On this occasion I've decided to put it underneath the back box for a secure fitting. Also on the front I decided to use the auxiliary lights, what will also make it pretty easy to install. What's important when installing the cameras is to make sure that you use your rubber sticky mounts. What that will do is it keep your cameras nice and secure, plus you've got some rubber inserts as well. Use them where possible to try to help with vibration, because you will always get a lot of vibration through the cameras, so this will really help get you a nice clear footage and clear image. Also remember to make sure that you check the labels. R is for the rear and F is for the front. Let's not get them mixed up, because you don't want to be recording the wrong footage. Likewise with the cables, again they're clearly labelled. All you got to do is push the connectors together, tighten the thumb screws and they'll be locked into place. As you can see, the installation of these cameras is really nice and neat, and they're quite hard to see from a distance, what I quite like as well. With everything installed, it's now time to fire up the engine and power up your N3 screen for the first time. Go into your system settings and make sure that you change your miles per hour or kilometers depending which country you're in, to make sure that your dash reads correctly. This is also a great time to be able to make sure your cameras are nice and straight. With your new SD card inserted, you will have to go and format it before it starts to record. It takes literally seconds to get these things done. Now it's time to pair your tyre monitoring system. Simply hit the pair button on the N3 screen, and you've got 30 seconds to install it onto the wheel. Once you've done that, it will automatically read and you're good to go. The last thing to do is to pair your phone to your N3 screen. Simply open up your phone, go to CarPlay, scroll to the bottom and you'll see your N3 screen. Click on that and within a few seconds you will have Apple CarPlay on your display. Now it's time for the real world test. Okay, well let's start with firing up the bike and letting the screen power into life. That's the engine fired up, and within a few seconds the screen will power up and go to the main screen. And there we go, straight away firing into life. Now after around about 20 to 30 seconds maximum, it will instantly connect to my phone now that that's paired together using Apple CarPlay. I still like the point on the screen here. You've got your PSI for your tyre pressure, front and rear as well, miles per hour on the main screen. But look, straight away, straight into Apple CarPlay. Now look how easy this is to use. Now I've got gloves on just here, but as you can see, you can easily swipe and do everything that you need to do on the screen. Now when it comes down to apps, there is an incredible amount that does work with CarPlay. It's the same with the Google version as well, but as you can see this swipes across. But if you want to do navigation, you can use Google Maps, you can use Waze. There is just loads. I mean, even got my Patron is an app that works on here as well. Spotify for all of you. It will have a good play with this, but look how bright and easy it is to use that screen. So I just want to go back to the main screen itself. So if I just tap on that and I just tap on home, now back on the main screen itself, you can see all the stuff you've got here. You can do a 0 mile trip. That's done off of the GPS. That's really cool. How long you've been in the saddle for, plus your miles per hour or kilometers per hour depending which country you're in. It gives you almost like a rev sort of counter around the outside. It's not, but it imitates that to give you that real sort of effect of a dashboard display. Not just that, you've got a compass just here, PSI on the right hand side, and all of the easy buttons to get things like your cameras. Pop that on there, there's your cameras just popping up there. We'll have a look at them again in detail as well later. Now to go back to CarPlay, all you got to do is tap just here, bottom left of the screen, and then you're straight back in. So it's really easy to navigate around it. Okay, so let's start with some navigation. So I'm going to go onto Google Maps. I'm going to put in a local town. I'm going to put in Market Harborough. Market Harborough, straight away that pops up. Searching, start. Now here's the other thing, if you've got comms like I have on the side of these, and this pairs really nicely with the EJEAS X10 comms, it means now I'm going to get all of the audio from the navigation coming through my comms. So I don't have to stare away at the screen. It will say things like coming up in a mile, take your third exit on a roundabout. That's really handy. Right, here we go. Now it's a super bright sunny day, and right now the sun is behind me, but as you can see with the sun visor as well, I can see this screen crisp. It's got a really nice crisp and easy to see image. Looking at this display, I can easily see obviously Google Maps. This is a nice big 6-inch display and it fits perfectly. I think it really complements the Vogue Rally 800 as well, with the screen underneath and then the CarPlay on top. I generally think looking at this screen you can see how easy it is to see the navigation. Really easy. It's bright, it's clear, and I think it complements the TFT screen of this Vogue 800. Kind of looks like it's always been there, like it belongs there. And when it comes down to riding as well, I've got it perfectly just under my line of sight, what means that I don't really have to do a proper glance down or anything, just a quick flicker and I can see the navigation. Okay, another thing, obviously we all like to listen to our music, so you can use Spotify for example. You can use loads of others as well again, but I like Spotify, and it's the first time I've ever loaded this up. As you can see, we can load in, I can go to Helmet Head albums, and then I can go on to, let's just play Lifelong Friends. And if I hit play on there, I mean, look at the size of that display. Doesn't it look absolutely awesome? And right now, through my comms again, I've got music flowing. I love this big screen for navigation, but say, you know, I want to skip tracks and stuff, I can easily just go back to the main screen just here, and as you'll see, I've got navigation there, a smaller one there, and my tunes playing there, so I can just tap it if I need to fast forward the track or want to skip back and listen to my track over and over again because it's my favourite. But I like this screen a lot. Oh, how cool is this? I get to listen to some tunes, and I get to see where I'm going nice and easily, and I get to, most importantly, enjoy the ride. Okay, but say you're on a long ride, right? And you go, do you know what I want to do is I want to listen to my favourite audio book. So you've got audio books that you can have downloaded, you've got podcasts as well, you've got audio just there. So if I just click on that, and then we're into my audio book. So if I want to chill out, listen to a bit of Harry Potter as I go down the road, well, I can. How cool is that? And then back to my navigation just by a touch of the button just there, and we're back on. Right, let's keep going. Woohoo! Okay, so riding along as well, the other thing we went to experience was this main screen. And because it's got that black effect on it, again with the TFT screen I have on the black effect, don't they look good together? Don't they look really, really good? But here's the interesting thing, right? Now, all motorcycles, when they do the speedos, they're always over on purpose. But because the N3 screen is GPS, I'm actually getting the correct mile per hour from it. The actual more precise ones know exactly what I'm doing as well. But we've also again got our tyre pressure monitors. Now, if it drops under a certain amount and you can set the value, it will give you an alarm to tell you that you've got a low pressure tyre. So it could save you from having a proper flat tyre and having, well, an incident that I really, really like. Just another handy feature is being able to monitor the pressure in those tyres. But there is that other feature as well, right? The other feature that could be really cool are the dash cams. You've got 2K dash cams, front and rear. What means that you could, well, ever find yourself in an accident and it's not your fault and the driver's lying. Well, you've got that footage. And that also works in regards to, it's if you have an accident and it feels the bike come to a stand abruptly, it will automatically capture that and keep it. But you can do that as well. And not just that, you can set it just so it loops as well. So after so many hours of recording, so you don't have to keep deleting footage, you can set it up just so it keeps looping every so many hours. What's also awesome. But we need to have a look at the quality, right? The quality of these cameras, front and rear. Let's see exactly how good the 2K cameras are with this N3 screen. Well, the INNOVV N3 screen, I've got to say, isn't it just absolutely epic? It's clear why INNOVV are the global leading brand for smart screens because, well, don't they? They just make awesome smart screens. This clicks on and clicks off with one click. Super easy, clonk it back on and you're good to go. So you never have to worry about security ever again. And so many people over a long time said, I just want a smart screen I can detach, and now you've got one. And it's super quick and it's super smooth. Now, because INNOVV sponsor the Helmet Head channel, I have got you that exclusive 10% discount code. So if you pop down in the description, click on the link and order yours today, you'll get 10% off. Why stocks last? So don't hang around. Get yours ordered because that, well, it's INNOVV. It's the best.